My, what big feet you have, Allie. Good morning, everybody. So I'm out here doing some work on the RV this morning, and check this out. We found two spots here in the bedroom right underneath that window. That whole panel needs replaced, and it comes back a little bit into the wall here. It looks like there's no water damage from the roof, I don't think, in the back or in the front. But it's coming in underneath this emergency escape window. It looks like it's just not well sealed, not well put in there, so the water's been leaking in the bottom, and so that panel underneath the window needs replaced. But back here, I folded the couch down and I found a little hole, and I started pulling away and and it looks like about halfway down this wall right in here it starts to get soft, and it looks like the water must have came in the side of the trailer on the outside, and it's been leaking down in this corner a little bit. It looks like this main beam here is going to need replaced, and then probably at least back to here on the wall, just to be safe. But hey, it's minimal damage. Really is minimal water damage, and I'm so glad that it's underneath things and not coming from the roof. That's a really good sign, because theoretically, if we replace that and then seal that outside fascia or siding, whatever it is, it should fix the leak and we shouldn't have this problem inside. It should be easy to do. We're thinking about even removing this couch, this fold-out couch, see if it gives us enough room to put in something else back here. Another thing I found was I cleaned out the stove, and I got in there, and it looks like the oven pilot light and burner might need replaced. So the stove was pretty darn nasty. I mean, really nasty. There was a chipmunk nest in there, I think it was. It's hard to see. There was a chipmunk nest in here, and it was just disgusting. I mean, it was that color black all the way through there, and on top there was a layer of this brown orange goo from the rust and moisture condensation building up on the grease. It was gross. But this piece here, you really can't see it. I'll try and brighten it up in post, but right there in the back, this whole burner piece has literally come off the gas line, and I can't get it to hook back on there. So I think the connector piece is busted, and we might need to replace that element. Other than that, besides making sure we sanitize the heck out of the inside of this thing, I think we got a decent stove. But no way to test the gas lines yet, because we got to get a pressure test on the tank before we fill it up with gas. We don't want it to explode because it's an old tank. And we'll get some regulators and some shut-off valves for the tank before we go ahead and test the stove itself. But yeah, we got a lot of cleaning work to do. There's the inside that was all nasty, and there's the top for it. It looks like we'll put our test button in here on. You can see that our tanks work as far as we can tell. And we got empty on our fresh water. We got some stuff sitting in the holding tank, so that's probably from cleaning the toilet. We flushed a little bit down. Figured we'd go ahead and stick some in there and see if we can't get some fresh water here once we get our truck back, and go ahead and flush it out and see if we can try it out. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so this is like the first real big rainstorm since we redid the camper ceiling, so I've been checking it out. It looks like it's holding pretty well. I mean, we've got a few gaps that need fixed right there under some of the windows, but again, that's on the bottom side. The top seals are holding really well. Also underneath there, where that water drips through, I don't know if it just like the moisture gets into that wood right where it drips. It's not on the wood itself, it's on the bottom of that siding
on the aluminum, but I think just that proximity is why that bottom board is so wet. However, I mean, most of our seals held, especially along here. The water's just running right off. But our main problem area, I'll show you. We had some water coming in underneath that windowsill there. And that's what we're gonna end up replacing. But you can see the water drips down the window and then it ends up sitting in this little ledge here. You can see right there how the water comes in. It just sits here because this isn't level. That's facing inward. That water is coming this direction. We're gonna try and re-level it so it goes out, because there's no drainage here for some reason. So we're gonna have to put in a new drainage for this window, make sure it's sloping the right directions. The only other water issue that we found was right here. And it looks bad because I had to tear out the entire panel, but it's really just from, you know, here over. Only about, you know, almost a foot, about 8 inches. But it came in this little crack here, not up at the top, but down here at the bottom, right about here. We got to pull off one more board up, I think. But it dripped down along these wires. But I dried it out yesterday, killed all the ants in here, sucked them out, and then sprayed the place. Seemed to work pretty good. But this massive rain we're having, we're gonna see how well my outside seal job did. Already identified a couple spots that need fixed, but that's it. Looks like here in the bedroom, we're just about ready to start painting. We've done a little bit of color scheming on the walls, gonna make it darker in here. Paint the ceiling white again, just to kind of keep it a little bit darker so we can sleep better. And I think that's looking pretty good. I think Allie did a good job picking out the color scheme. Then, it's so messy. Been doing a lot of work here, like ridiculous. Haven't even gotten to the appliances yet. But here in the back, we're gonna patch up that back wall there. We finally got it dried out and sealed up. Lights won't work. We're gonna go ahead and seal this in and build in a cabinet here, rather than having the outside access. Probably, that'll be kind of nice. Yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah. I'm just doing a video. That's my princess up on the perch.
Okay, well your princess is making what?
Mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese.
What are you making?
Chicken
tacos? Oh yes, I want that. Thank you, babe. Okay, one of the other issues we've been having is the water leakage in the back. Obviously, before I could fix that, we had to fix the water coming in. And after trying a couple products, we finally found one that just sealed it right up. This was really bad, but we tried this stuff called the roof product, and it just didn't work. So we finally went with this. And I forget what product this is, but finally we were able to seal up that corner. And went all the way around, doing a good seal on everything. And yeah, I think we're pretty much good to go as far as not having any leaks. One area that does concern me though is right here at the front. At one point somebody backed into this and bent it up, but that's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is underneath, right along here, this whole area. When I was working inside, this wall kind of bowed out and it just pulled away from the entire bottom of this trailer. So as a quick fix, I had a bunch of extra caulk, so I just shoved it in there and it just bonded it all together. But what we want to do is get a piece of flashing or something that we can bond across here, and we might end up replacing this whole bottom floor. Can you guys believe all the junk that we got left? Man, we got to get rid of all this stuff still before we leave. And I don't know how we're gonna do it. There's just so much. It's crazy. Look at that. Probably gonna end up giving it all away.